So Yahoo came out and had a article about 37% of real estate agents couldn't make their rent in October. They're talking about offices that they're leasing out, and that's just an indication that the market's changed. It's not as prevalent on getting people in the door for open houses, viewing properties, and selling properties like it was in the past 2.5, 3 years. So now people have to shift. Now people are not making those payments because ultimately this article says that depending on the market that you're in, but this article talks about 32 days on the market or 32 days longer on the market that a home sits versus, what it was back even 6 months ago. So yeah, you are going to see a lot more rents being due, people not being able to make their mortgage if that happens, because real estate's going to be the, big factor, especially right now. There's a couple other markets that are going to have impact with prices going up. A lot of people that's hitting their pocketbooks, but real estate's going to be something where you're going to see a lot of fallout just because interest rates were low for so long that people got into a rhythm and didn't really change their prospecting abilities and or stop prospecting. And now they're sitting there trying to close transactions, which ultimately aren't closing. So they have to readjust and change the course of action. And this is an article that shows it. This is an article that basically says that they're not able to make their rent at their office, which is a problem. And I think if you are an agent or you are just a business owner and you do have a lease or a payment on an office space that you can't make, you got to make that adjustment or make the adjustment in a negotiation tactic for a client. For instance, we've had a lot of listings recently. They've changed from being a listing to sell now to lease. And I know a lot of people, depending on, where you're at in real estate, thinks that that's a lot of time for a little amount of money, but you got to realize that you have to change with the market and change as your market is changing, so you don't get caught like this statistic saying 37% of agents couldn't make their office mortgage payment or lease payment. So you can still make it. You got to reduce your expenses or at least level them out so you're not consistently adding to them. And then as you adjust those expenses, make sure that you're not manipulating, but changing your tactics for sales and also for your office and your salespeople in your office, because those people need to know too, it's not going to be as easy as it was the last 2.5, 3 years. They're going to have to put more time in, more effort in to get a smaller transaction or get maybe less money, but still make those payments that we just talked about to get you to the next level. Because the next couple of years, it's not going to be as easy for someone just to write an offer, because it's a little bit more scarce on buyers and or sellers wanting to negotiate their price down because they just saw a great real estate market, and it's going to take a while for them to say, okay, I'll accept that offer or at that price. So really things to consider as you go along in your real estate career is making sure as the market adjusts, change your tactics and also change your expenses too.